BagFuel, baby.
I bet if one of you executives was on that Rico case, you stop signing all this dumb shit. Penny Burns.
We would stop signing all this bullshit.
All the rappers.
I don't know if an executive got caught up in the
Rico shit. Because you know Rico's supposed to tie in everything together, technically. So if you're tying in all the criminal organization, you should tie in the people that's paying the rappers because they're also, yes, that's how it works.
No,
outside entity.
No, they're not part of the gang shit. They're paying you. They're paying you for a separate service. Now, whatever you use your money for that service for, that's on you. But they're not paying you for gang culture. They're paying you to put music out.
Yeah, and they're just facilitating the music.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so if they have knowledge and they see them doing the gang shit,
so yeah, I'm not giving you the money for the gang shit. I'm giving you the money for your talent.
Hey, once they can prove,
labels disassociate themselves.
I understand, but the Rico shit,
y'all niggas do we got thing.
The Rico shit wasn't intended for how it was used. It was just a way because they couldn't get the top bosses at the time. So they's like, let's tie in all these little niggas and whatever legitimate business they had, that they had legitimate business making their money, and they still said this is part of the criminal enterprise, even though it had nothing to do with anything.
Kenny Burns is just being a black man using semantics and words and creating propaganda. Because they're saying this because the record labels own pieces of the jails, and people know that now, right? Mm-hmm. Just because they're giving you the money, they can't advise you on what you're going to go do with this money. When I'm investing with you is go to the studio, make records, make me the money that I invested into you. Once you make your money, you do whatever you want to do with your bread. Got nothing to do with me. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But they're mad because they're giving these black kids the money, and the black kids are pulling their friends and their gang members in, and they want the record executives to now be their daddies. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not your daddy. I'm an investor. So what, you're 19 or 20? They don't care. So what, your frontal lobe is not developing, you don't know what to do with this money, and you don't know if you fuck with a gang nigga, you're going to get caught up in Rico. That's your team's responsibility.
For sure.
I agree with everything you're saying. I agree. But with these other Rico cases, they have tied in people that had nothing to do with anything just because of an interaction.
Like who? Give me an example.
It could be a case like, oh, you bought a car from this guy.
I need a concrete example of this happening.
Let it develop. That's why he was able to pull that up. Because that was the point of the Rico, to tie in as many people as you
tie
can.
them in, though. That's why, like, Kevin Lyles goes to speak, because he's disassociating himself already.
They haven't, but there's a precedence they could do that. They could do whatever. Why not?
It's not.
We've watched them change laws for less.
If they're going to change a law, then cool. But with the laws that are existing, with what we're talking about, Kenny Burns is making a statement out of emotion, okay? Period. Because they probably know these dudes because the industry is small and they feel bad of what's going on with some of these young dudes and getting caught up in. But that's not reality. And I'm not going to come up here and knowing what I know with the business and try to make semantics with words a reality. It's not part of the Rico. It's not. I mean, the Rico case is if I'm doing crime with you. Are we a crime syndicate? Are you committing murders? Are you selling drugs? Are you picking up the drugs? And we're all down together. An outside person giving you money for your talent and not guiding you for your talent is not Rico.
But it's furthering the criminal enterprise.
If you sell drugs and that person uses it,
that's not furthering the criminal enterprise.
Enterprise.
Like, that's not furthering the criminal enterprise.
Listen to the language was created to encompass everything because they couldn't get niggas. That's what it's about, technically. It wasn't even meant for the gang niggas or the criminals or the mafia. It was a law that was in existence for 12 years. It was never used. If someone said, we can use this shit, it's like, we can? How? Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to tie this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Same thing you were saying. That's not going to work like that with these dudes. Yes, it is.
It's not. You can't tie it in. You can say, we already explained why, and you can go back and say it again if you want. it's not going to tie it in. I'm not furthering your criminal enterprise for the 10th time. I am investing into you a whole separate company.
For something totally different.
I'm not part of your enterprise. You are ganglanding over there, right? You got by yourself, and I'm saying, yo, Mr. Gangland, because I'm not coming upon you. You're shopping. You're doing music, okay?
Yeah.
So while you're ganglanding, you know what you're trying to do? You're starting another company.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You're ganglanding over there. You're a rapper over here. So since you're a rapper over here, and I'm dealing with you right here, boom, I want to give you $1 million to make music. Now, when you go make that money off of the music, whatever you choose to do with your money and power is solely on you. Now, if you come to me as the person who gave you the $1 million and said, invest into my gang shit, 'cause I'm about to put work on the street, I'm about to do this. Now I'm a part of your enterprise now because you're even letting me know you're asking me to join and I'm with it. I don't got nothing to do with that, bro. Period.
I always remember when 50 did the song with 6ix9ine. He made it to the point to say, I'm not gang, I do not gang bang.
That wasn't with 6ix9ine.
Yes, it was.
That was his own song. That was 50's song, I'm not gang.
Yeah, that was him with Casanova. I know that. That had the video shoot. He purposely said I was making a documentation so they wouldn't sweep me into the bullshit. Because he's like, they can just sweep you if they want to.
He did not give them a check. He did not sign them. You're using two different situations. He did not sign them. He could say now, if he says I'm a part of your gang on record, then they can look at him saying I'm a part of your gang and you're part of the enterprise.
I understand, but he absolved himself from everything.
Yeah, but we're talking about
Okay.
We're talking about, you brought up the topic of
the
record executives. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about 50.
No, but you listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about affiliation. This is based on affiliation, whether it's record executives or artists. If an artist is like, I'm not gang,
it's
I do
different affiliation.
How?
He's gonna keep saying the same.
No, but hold on.
You know the nigga at the corner store. If you buy Dutchess and sell them from the corner store, he's not a part of your enterprise.
So why does he have to say I'm not gang and I don't gang bang? Why do you? Because out of his own mouth, he's like,
I'm going to tell you why, because he's being safe. He's not an executive. We're talking about executives giving deals. Mm-hmm. He gave a deal to Game. Game is a blood.
Yep.
But you know what? He invested into Game. So whatever Game was going to do when he was getting in trouble, it had nothing to do with 50 Cent. Because 50 Cent was the executive. He invested into his music. That's it.
Listen to what I'm saying. Everything you're saying is valid. But these laws are meant to expand. Just like when they want to get people and they say, we're going to get your moms involved. She had nothing to do with it. Well, she's going to be part of the case. And then they...
Heineken, come on. It's pressure. And if you put one thing in your mama's name, she's a part of it. Yeah. That's why they could get your parents. And
if the car shot up and it's your mom's car,
but
she's a part
of it. But you're going like this, but it's not valid. You keep going in and out of what the subject is. The subject is music business executives.
I understand.
That's it. We're not talking about, hold on, bro.
Okay.
We're not talking about a rapper who's on another nigga song. That's not the same thing. We're talking about investors. You're trying to say investors into talent is going to get caught up in the RICO. And I'm telling you that's not possible.
Because what you're being particular about the investors. I'm talking about how they've expanded this thing over the years. That's why he brought it up. There's been times, we're not going to get caught in that RICO. Yes, you can.
You don't know why. You do not know why that man put that post up. You have no idea. You can't say that's why he brought it up. You don't know. You don't know why Kenny Burns put that post up, and you're up here, this is why he put it up. Because, look, you don't know that.
No,
you would have to get Kenny Burns on the phone, and Kenny Burns would have to say, yo, Heineken, I put that post up for that, and then we discuss it. We can't assume why he put it up, because it could be 150 million reasons why he put it up.
I mean, the end of his message says it all. He's like, would they really be going for this music, pumping this narrative out? where they're talking crazy. That's what he's talking about.
Everybody's looking for somebody to blame.
If talking crazy is profitable, that's what they put. They're putting their money into music.
Who talks crazier than his man Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
Puff Daddy's a crazy fucking talker. Okay? But nobody's talking. This is what I'm saying. So you're talking about people who are making statements, oh, the people talk crazy. You're right. You're the nigga who is responsible, damn it, for Kenny Burns' whole career is one of the most illest, craziest talkers out, nigga. He ain't gonna go to jail for Rico for talking crazy.
How about this? Real simple. When they were like, we're gonna use rap lyrics as evidence now. Music.
Do that out, huh? So you gotta check.
No, but all right. They were trying to force that. It didn't pass, but the idea was there. The idea was there, and I'm sitting there like, because if they had did that with the rappers, guess who they would have to do that with? Country singers, rock and roll stars. You can't just do it for the rappers.
Niggas ain't talking about doing drill.
No, but they could be. It's not about drill. They could be like, I'm doing crazy math. I'm doing something with my mom.
And they were going to rehab. They're not going to go to jail.
I mean, that's how you perceive it. But you would have to loop everyone in. If you open the floodgates for one group of people and say we can do that, bang.
But they didn't. Why are we talking about something that they did not do? They did not do that. So it's not that, you know why? Because that is the most ridiculous thing to do. So they're not doing that. But if they would pass it, these dummies would still be saying, I did a drill with ghosts. Okay? And then they would go get it because you know who doesn't know about the rules? The people, the young kids whose frontal lobe is not developed, who's making the music. They don't care about your rules. That's the problem. They're not listening to nobody when niggas are saying, don't rap about that. That's going to get you in trouble. Oh, you old school, you don't know what you're talking about. Now you're in jail for life. So evidently, niggas know what they're talking about. That Kenny Burns, we need to address the fact that these niggas are not listening to the older people. Because when we were coming in the game, we were seeking out people that knew what they were doing prior, so they could guide us along the pathway. Thus, the only person they ever talked about a Rico back in the days was Master P. Now, they never talked about it with Cash Money. They never talked about it with fucking Suge Knight and them. Alright? This is a thing on how you run your business and what you're doing and what you let out. See, murder was shooting niggas. So we got to look at what you're doing in your business, Mr. Master P. Your brother's a murderer. And they said you sold drugs. You told everybody you opened up a record store and banged your own shit. That's tax evasion. Yo, what are we talking about? Let's take a look into him. Those are mistakes that he made within his business. As he got older and realized shit, Master P cleaned it up, and you ain't seen nothing from him. I mean, or heard anything bad like that.
Yeah, because, hip-hop at that time was just really getting its legs up. Now, if he attempted to do that now with the climate, they would have really banged him. Because, hip-hop is one of the biggest targets for these dudes. And like I've said, I know we've gone back and forth about that. And even right now, they're talking about is Trump going to get indicted. We don't know yet, however.
I don't know why everybody in hip-hop is so, when things go on with black people, now, we're the worst. Now, yo, it's so bad. Y'all niggas brought it on yourselves. What are we talking about here? Niggas was talking about murdering niggas on wax. What are you talking about? Niggas is giving their whole... In this era, niggas murdering and killing niggas on wax, that's new.
With the names.
That's new. So don't even talk to me about it. So if niggas want to be mad, Rico and all this other wild stuff, stop talking about who you murdered and who mama house you shot up and all this, because all they got to do is go back and say, did this nigga mama house get shot up? And what date was that? So Heineken said he did it. Let's investigate on these herds. Then we find out, his man shot 8 niggas. Oh, they all together. Oh, they BRB gang, nigga. So now we can see what's up. And I don't know if BRB is a real gang. That's just made up. That's for the camera. That's just made up. I'm just giving an example on how they're going to piece the things together. They're not thinking smart. They're rich niggas thinking like hood niggas.
And fairness, too. Another thing they're not thinking about is the perception of what they think police is. These older white guys. They don't think it's 27-year-old dudes, 28-year-old dudes who's watching World Star, who's watching the Gram, and they're like, hey, I can make a case off this, And whenever they not, like when we saw Chef G and them get locked up, that was big news. Whoever was paying attention could have been a young cop. I've always said a lot of dudes have made detective just by watching World Star videos.
No shit, bro.
I understand they know shit, but a lot of these dudes be thinking, oh, it's some older shit. They don't think that these are cops that's in the clubs, that's really listening to music, that's in tune.
You're talking about Penny, Annie, hustlers. That's who you're talking about. Because the real niggas getting money, the cops are with them. The cops are protecting them. They're paying the cops off like they pay the lawyers off. That's what you do when you're committing crime and you're making money. But these black dudes are committing crimes and just thinking that they're just going to get away. Do y'all not know that all they want is their money? If you can commit your crime in silent and give them your tax money, they're going to turn their head.
And murder's a little crazy, though.
No, the murder shit.
When you murdering people,
it's just like too much headlines.
Yeah, that's like
you got to get caught.
For sure.
You got to get caught. All right, how many bodies is out here niggas ain't getting caught? Mad of them. Niggas ain't getting caught for bodies. I don't think they are. Homicides mean unsolved murders. Okay, that don't just mean somebody who got killed and they found the murderer. No, that's unsolved murders. Look that up and see who's really getting caught.
But the level of sophistication with the police, the cell phone towers, forensics, all of that is top notch. It's to get away with certain crimes now. You're crazy. Niggas be doing shit. I'm like, you're gonna get caught.
Niggas get caught when they calling people. Every time, it's always somebody snitching. They can do the antennas. If I cut this fucking phone off right now and leave it here and leave the house, you can't prove I wasn't in this house. My phone gonna say I'm here. I can leave it on and leave it here. I mean, I could go across the street to the corner store and get a trash phone and leave both my phones in here.
They're gonna know though. How? All the cameras. You got 40 cameras right here.
Time out. Let me ask you a question.
Mad cameras.
Let me ask you a question.
Remember they put the camera in front of the bus.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, okay? Because I was once told that if I ever became a drug dealer, I would be the most magnificent drug dealer.
But what year was that?
Okay, I'm talking about period. Let me tell you this right now. You're not going to commit a body the same day you went and bought the phone. If I got money, you're not even going to see me buy the phone. You're going to buy the fucking phone. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You can't catch me if I'm thinking it out. If I already don't have a criminal record. This is what y'all niggas don't understand. I've been with criminals, nigga. What are you talking about? I know niggas that get away with crimes. People who don't get away with crimes commit crimes out of emotion. And they not thinking about it. They rolling fast. A nigga sitting back is not rolling fast, nigga. You already did it. It's done. Let's calculate how we gonna get this nigga. That's how you do anything. That's not just a crime. That's when you're calculating when you get bumped off a show. Mm-hmm. Okay? When you get bumped off a show, you don't just go to the microphone and talk about the other show. Oh, I hate that shit. No, that's dumb. You're going to build the other show up and you're going to look dumb. You sit back and you set a plan of how you're going to move. Then you move accordingly without people knowing what you're doing. You set your plan, you put your plan down, your people come, you take a piece of the plan, you take a piece of the plan, we put it all together and we work it out and we survive. Niggas who don't stick together like the white dudes, and we're going to go back to crime like the white dudes who supposedly killed somebody, what was the dudes, and they always in jail down south and nobody said shit. Mm-hmm. Nobody said shit. Why? Because they had their plan together. If they catch us, if you don't talk, and if I don't talk, what they got?
I mean, what you're talking about is like you always say, the successful 10% criminals. That's it. And the thing you said that was key is telling. A dude that told me when he does crimes, the number one thing he worries about is everybody getting away, because usually one person's going to tell. Yeah, one person's going to tell.
It's easy to make somebody tell.
I agree.
Ain't that kid? Yo,
kid, family,
got a threat.
Girl.
There's no threats.
What you thinking?
No, you just put them in a position where they're gonna tell.
Such as what you think would force standard people to tell on themselves?
It's just if you're about to get locked up,
mm-hmm. Because
it's certain niggas. You just have to word it a certain way. You sure you want to do 20 years here?
No, but
you should like.
But you know
certain
what?
Shit you say to them.
No,
You know they start thinking. Give them time. Leave the room. Give them time. Come back. Say some shit.
You know where that developed from? The whole Rico.
Nigga, I've done it. I've done it.
That came from the whole Rico and Mafia shit. Niggas would go like, yo, we'll give you 3 years for a body. What's the terminology? That's going to college. We'll give you 4 or 5 years for this nickelback.
Where did that come from? The Rico? They was doing that before the Rico.
No,
niggas tell.
I'm talking about
yo,
the
bro,
amount of years.
Yo, listen, I worked loss prevention for fucking 4 years. Bro.
Yes.
I had niggas telling on themselves. I didn't even do nothing, bro. I'm one of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I work here too, nigga. This is they need somebody, son.
Yeah.
Who did it, man? They need some.
Because these big numbers.
you want to leave here or you want to lose your job?
Somebody told on Young Thug. They didn't just tap in. Have a reason. Somebody got in trouble and somebody told. That's how it always goes around. Look what Gunna did.
CMF.
They would have denied Gunna. Niggas said Gunna, but somebody had the phone up on Gunna like this. This nigga's telling.
Think about the BMF documentary when they had caught the guy and it's like, yo, I'll give you BMF. And the police had no idea who they were.
What's the shit? American Gangster? Come on.
I'll give you Frank Lucas.
They're like, who that?
Whoever.
I give you. I mean, this is what it goes on. We know, like,
pay the fool.
People act like gangsters. This gangster life is real, right?
Mm-hmm.
These gangsters be snitching.
Yeah.
Alright? It's documented. So stop talking about the gangster lifestyle because the biggest gangster that wants you to live by the code then snitched on 2 people. Alright? And then y'all turn y'all head because this gangster got money and that's your people or that's your man. I keep telling gangsters is cool until it's gangster on them. Then it's different. Gangster fuck your girl. Yo, that's a part of the game, son. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She chose me. You fuck the gangster girl, I want to kill him. Yeah. Now it's not part of the game. So don't tell me about rules. All y'all snitching, the best way to stay from the snitch is to don't be involved in crime. We got nobody to snitch on.
No.
We're not doing no crime in here. Okay?
None.
So there's going to be no reason for me to snitch or talk to the police. I don't never talk to the police. How many of you gangsters can say that? Y'all talking to them niggas all the time.
The best answer?
They on your phone.
Yo, Esso, and you hate this answer from me because I've done it to you and Ghost when you ask me what. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know is my go-to.
Yeah.
No, you know why that's my go-to? Because when niggas trying to tell me shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to know. Nigga, I'm the king of this. I don't give a fuck about that. Why are you even telling me? I told you all the gangsters I know, niggas, well, you don't know what's going on. I'm so far away from the street, and I'm proud of it. I'm not one that's talking about what I used to do and the niggas that I used to be with. Nigga, I'm not in the street. I live a good life. I travel. I eat good. I drink and smoke weed, and I'm proud of that shit, yo. I'm proud I only did 23 days in jail and never went back.
I thought you only did 3.
23, nigga, in Baltimore. 23, bro. 23.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, down south, that yeah.
Baltimore City, nigga. 23 days, nigga. Real deal. Never going back.
When we was walking, Ghost had a question. He's like, what happened to water? It was like water, like drinking water.
Nah, like, remember we used to have gallons of water? Everybody got bottles of water now. Like, everybody, like, big bottled water culture. Yeah. People talking about the culture of water. It's all bottles and the bottles are smaller. People don't buy gallons of water. Like
people buy gallons of water.
Nah, he just bought a couple gallons of water. I see people do that.
I buy gallons.
People don't buy Ghost.
I'm telling you.
What you're saying is you're seeing people walking the streets with little.
No, it's not walking the streets. In some people's houses,
I got
water culture now.
Yo, it is.
No, because you're walking.
You grocery shop?
Yes, I told Esso I got the unplug for him.
He didn't give me the plug. He telling me about it.
No,
He telling me about something. He's supposed to have a shirt. Last show, I ain't getting no shirt. I was supposed to get water and towels when his brother go. I didn't get it.
You was out of town.
Tell me.
You was out of town.
Just like when he talks to girls, I don't be looking.
Stop. What? You don't. Stop. Don't be looking. I gave you the 3 examples. He's like, when'd you do that?
Next topic. What's the next topic, yo?
When did I do that? Speaking of rebranding, we saw online they was talking about who had some of the best rebrands. They had Joe Budden, they had Ice Cube, they had Hitmaker. There's a couple of others I forgot about.
2 Chainz? Two Chainz on there?
They had 2 Chainz.
Nah. You think he
They didn't have 2 Chainz. He was Titty Boy.
Titty Boy, yeah.
But he's still a rapper.
Yeah, I think
these other people weren't still doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
It was like LL Cool J, rapper, to successful.
Mike Tyson is one.
Who?
Mike Tyson.
They didn't put Mike up there.
Joe Budden.
There's a lot.
They had Miley Cyrus.
So what's Miley Cyrus?
Hannah Montana.
So what? She's Hannah Montana real life now.
No, she's Miley Cyrus.
You know who had a rebrand that should have been on it? Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
He was an actor.
Drake had a tough rebrand.
Yeah, but when is the time to rebrand?
When you ready to pivot. People got to most people rebrand when they shit is over. The key to rebranding is pivoting when you're still popping, doing something that you're doing. That's the key.
You know who's Trinidad James?
He rebranded himself. He did. But you got to rebrand when you got popularity, when you got the connections. You usually should rebrand with something else that you love to do.
Yeah, because most people rebrand out of either something not working or they're not being as popular as they used to
or
be.
Something
Out of desperation.
Or something starts working.
What you mean working?
How about Nori?
DJ Khaled.
Nori had a tough rebrand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tough
because his rap career.
But there's something that started working. And he just kept with it. Same thing Cam doing now.
Nori, man?
Yeah. So
Nori went the reggaeton first to me. That was,
that was a rebrand.
Yeah, but
that's why I thought he was spending. Because he went straight to reggaeton. You follow what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
And then when he did the reggaeton, I'm going to keep it real. And people always laugh at me when I say that. I'm like, Nori's the one that made reggaeton big.
Yes. No, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
But people don't give it a credit. Okay, because I said once he said, I'm going to go to reggaeton.
And they put eyeballs on it differently.
The eyeballs on it, and then the reggaeton dude started to come up. And people started to realize. So
Daddy Yankee.
So that reggaeton rebrand for him was big. And then think about this. Then he just stayed in Miami. He's a Miami nigga.
Yeah,
he's not a Queens nigga now.
He's definitely a Miami.
He's not a Queens nigga.
He's been there for years.
He's a Miami nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the whole rebrand, he moved. That helped the rebrand. You can't be reggaeton and be in fucking New York, nigga. You gotta be where the Spanish people is at, where they rocking.
What if he was in Dykeman, as?
You're not gonna live in Dykeman, no. Dykeman is just. You're gonna come to Dykeman. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna live in New York just because Dykeman is there. The whole vibe in Florida is welcoming to that style of music and lifestyle. So you can move to rebrand. You could change your style of music. You could change what you do. When I first was managing, my first rebrand was DJing. I went back to DJing because I had to get money because NAFTA was killing the game. There was no streaming money, and nightlife was the only thing that was moving.
Yeah.
So I rebranded myself to DJ ESSO. That's where it came from. That was the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then when we started doing podcasts, and I dropped the DJ off.
Yeah, naturally.
And that was it. That was my rebrand. And then I grew my hair. I cut my facial hair off. You know what I'm saying? I had a baldy. I had facial hair. That was all part of the rebrand.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I still remember it wasn't an argument. He had the baldy, right? He's like,
it was an argument.
Yeah. He's like, yo, I'm growing my hair. I said, for fucking what? You're getting away with it. He's like, this shit ain't working.
No, it wasn't.
No. And then he got into a dark Caesar.
No, but I'm saying, I'm gonna be honest. My wife know why I changed. I said, because no bitches was checking for me. And I wasn't used to that. So I said, if bitches ain't even checking for me, trying to fuck with me and shit, this ain't the look for TV. This might be the look for people if someone meets me and they feel your vibe and all that. That was the look. But the TV look, people, as soon as I started to grow their hair, everything different. Everything was different.
A lot of people grew out their hair after you did it.
I'm not going to say
We're not going to say who.
I'm not going to talk about it.
It's at least 6 niggas.
Yo, bro, this is a fucking fact. When I was growing my hair,
everyone was like, "Yo, fucking,"
and I said, "I'm putting braids in my hair."
I remember that.
Nobody was wearing braids.
Niggas was ridiculed.
No, it was over for braids. Braids was trash. You had the down south football players wearing the twist in LA, but nobody in the rap game or the singing game was wearing braids. Okay? None.
At one point, it was crazy.
What, it was. With braids?
Yes.
Yeah. But niggas was acting like braids was whack. Trey Songz cut his braids.
I had braids.
Niggas was crazy. Nigga, I had braids too. I had braids too. Niggas cut their braids off. And I was just like this. I was like, oh, I was like, yo.
Mello cut his braids.
Everybody cut their braids off. And when
I cut my braids the same time Mello did.
And when niggas started cutting their braids off, I was like this. I was like, damn, I should grow my hair back, but there was no reason. And then when I needed something to look different, because if you paid attention, the podcast is Mav got Baldy.
I got one.
Nori. Yeah. Gilly.
That's because you can grow your fucking hair, though.
Hold on. I did. See, don't see how my nose is laughing? Because he ain't peeped that.
Joe got one.
Joe, see, he didn't peep that.
Charlamagne.
I keep telling y'all, I stayed home. I stayed home and I studied the landscape.
See, you gotta be Baldy to get a hair, bro.
Yo, bro, I stayed home.
Joe Rogan. I got one.
I stayed home for a year and studied the landscape, and Heineken was not a believer in me with this. And I was going home and smoking weed, and I was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. He's like, no, you just gotta come do content. I said, no. Yeah. I'm not gonna be like these niggas. I gotta be different. Because these niggas got a name already. You trying to build your name?
How do you gotta show your Baldy more so we get more views?
I keep telling him.
You know what? SO and I,
these dad hats is dead. Like I told you, the dad hat era is trash. It's gone. It's gone. I keep trying to tell you, nigga, fuck these dad hats. It's over for the dad hat.
Yo, when we do our live,
it's Baldy, snapback, or fitted. All right?
Snapback.
That's it.
Snapback and tattoos.
You gotta do Baldy, man. Get us up there.
Oh, yo, do the Baldy, quit the Baldy. Yo, bro.
now I'm seeing all the top niggas got Baldies. You gotta get them. You gotta have at least one Baldy nigga in the show.
Yeah. All right.
All the top niggas got Baldy.
Yo. How about this? When y'all watch this episode or this clip, put 1,000 likes. And next episode,
1,000 likes and
I'm taking the hat off.
Get a ball.
Let's force the hand.
Oh, you gotta tell him.
You gotta tell him. 1,000 likes on this
video. Share the video. Get us 1,000
likes. I'm wearing boom.
Baldy. For the rest of the BagFuel history.
Yeah, I can do that.
Listen, and you know what's so crazy, y'all? If he does the Baldy, it's gonna change his life. It's gonna be a whole.
I think so too.
It's gonna be a whole new thing.
Because then you gotta figure out different styles.
Different bitches is gonna look. The different bitches is gonna check him out. He don't gotta.
You got the bid. You just need the Baldy.
He don't gotta match his hat with the outfit because it's just gonna be a Baldy. I'm trying to tell y'all, sometimes the things that people don't recognize be the thing that take them to the next level. Because what I was gonna say is when me and Clue went to the whole thing.
You got
this off.
No, you're right here on your eyelid. Yes, because the paper now it's under. Well, like this. Now you good.
When me and Clue went to the whole grand opening in Brooklyn, he had a suit on and he had a hat. And I was like, he was like, yo, think I should put the hat on? I was like, nah, fuck this nigga. Wear your hat, wear your Baldy.
Who got the Baldy?
Yo, he wore the Baldy. Yo, son, he cooked the whole shit. Yo, bro, he cooked the whole. He was the big. Beside Ho, he was the biggest star there with the bald head. Yeah. Even his boss Thea said, DJ Clue, I don't think I've ever seen you without a hat on and you look good. I'm telling you.
Because we spoke about this.
You owe me my credit, Clue. You ain't telling niggas.
Yeah,
I told you to do that.
You said on the next Jim Jones video, you're going to wear the afro out. And remember what I said?
I'm going to get the doobie with the pins, with the sunglasses.
And what did I tell you? If you do that, what am I going to do?
You're going to wear your Baldy.
And I'm going to have my sunglasses.
You got to do the Baldy, so.
I'll do it. 1,000 likes on this video.
I'm going to see Jimmy tomorrow. I'm going to tell him, Jimmy, yo, next time that we do a video together, I'm doing the doobie with the pins, with the sunglasses. We haul them down.
Yeah. No, 1,000. Whether this is
I hate those pins.
No, fuck it. You got it. Remember, I was the one to tell you, go with the afro.
Nah,
yeah. And he's like, for real, I was like, that shit gonna
that with the bandana, it's
a look.